to how to create your night presentation in that. A how-to video from Mr. Sal. So, as we're recording here, still working with QuickTime, learning how to do this. What you want to do is, if you take a look, your night prompts should be labeled last name, night prompt, the number of the prompt, and what the title is, identity. You were to make this either in Canva or Google Slides. Night prompt 1, identity. Very basic, black and white, not very creative. Not going to get a very good grade on the rubric, but that's okay. Going minimalist. Question posed: what are your most prized possessions and why? Nothing wrong with doing this to let the viewer know what you're presenting about. But my response, this is where it becomes a problem. I write an essay about what my favorite and most prized possessions are and explain each one in a long response. I will let you do the reading. There's no need for me to read this word for word because you guys can read. And yes, there are typos, there are grammatical errors, there are punctuation errors. That's intentional. That lowers your grade. Presentations are supposed to be visual, images. So you go through the response. This is long, it's long to read. It's an essay, it's not what the assignment is supposed to be. I tie in it into night. I should have images here for my response, and then I put narration over the top, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay? If you're using Google Slides, basically what you want to do, here's the one I was making, still black and white. I would have to put some color into it and make it a little bit more, I don't know, visually stimulating, I guess is what you want to say. What are your most prized possessions and why? So, and all these images are from Google Slides. They're free to use. My family's important. My dog, which is pretty much part of my family. My TARDIS, which I have, but don't tell people I have. I'm not supposed to have one of those. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you know what a TARDIS does. Not everyone's supposed to have one, but I got connections. Then I go into each specific. My family, why they're important to me. My TARDIS. And my puppy, as I explained, well, she's family too. And I can put this in any order I want. I talk over it, I explain. Short words, images. Make sure you have permission to use the images you use. I have some videos up on how to do an advanced Google image search using Creative Commons searches. Then from here, I would have the tie-in. We go back to escape. With this one, the tie-in tonight. You have to, at this point, explain why you chose what you did and show that you read the book by explaining how everything ties into how night was set up. Now, if I have these slides, I want to put them in Canva because Canva makes everything easier. I go to download and make them JPEGs. They download to my computer. I go to Canva. All of you should have an account. If you don't have an account, email me. So I want a template. I want to make a video. And these are free, by the way. Do not pay for anything. I'm just going to make a blank video. So I need to get my computer files from my computer, my slides. I go to upload. I believe if I go to recents, nope, wrong one. I go to downloads, and they're image files. I have way too many images. I got to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. So if I go down to Salvucci Identity JPEG, I pull up my slides. I do is drag and drop them. Now, this is where I goofed. I should have downloaded the entire presentation instead of just the slides, instead of just that single slide. So download, current slide. I pull those down. Identity 1 takes a little bit of time, but I pull them in. Upload file, go back. I'm not going to do that for all of these because that just wastes your time. So I'm scrolling through. Without my glasses on, it makes it a little more difficult. I don't have my readers. I'm just working on my contacts. So Salvucci Identity 1, pull that in. Nope, I don't want that on the same slide, so undo is your friend. Create a new slide. I want this in front, so I just juggle it. There. To make a new slide, you just click on that. It can either A, go back to my slide here and download this, or I can go on here in Canva, I can go text, and I can pick what I want to write. So I'll put night prompt 1, make that a little bit bigger. If I want to change the background, I click on here and I can make the background whatever I want. If I want to go stellar colors, I can adjust how it's aligned. You don't put your last name on this. So I have night prompt 1 identity. If I want to change colors on these, I can do the same. Then to record, go back to uploads. I choose record yourself, record a voiceover, and that essay I had written, I come back here to the beginning and I just begin reading. I would say, night prompt 1 identity. This is my response for my honors summer reading project of the book Night. Stop it. Done. Go to the next slide. And I would have, if I wanted to put the prompt in and then my response, if I wanted to put those slides in, I could do that also. I could either type it here in Canva, or I could use my slides from Google Slides. And I talk, my family is my most prized possessions are my family, my dog, my TARDIS, and then I go into each one in detail. Then I tie it into the book. All the work is in me talking. There's no proofreading. There's no checking for grammar, things of that nature. You don't have to be perfect. As you can see with this presentation, I stumbled over some things. I had some hesitancy. That's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm looking for your thoughts and your ideas. We'll work on streamlining them and making things look and sound better as the year goes on. But for your first presentation, that's what I'm looking for. More images, less text. Any questions, please email me at dsalvucci@nbasd.org. So we are 10 minutes in. I hope that helps you out. And we'll go from there. Actually, there's one more thing I'm going to do. Go here, go text. And I'm going to see, you're allowed to make mistakes. That's the whole point of learning new things. We have that. The end. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful.